Hello, my dear Aquarius. Hello, my dear angelic beings. Welcome to Angelic Sky Tarot. I'm really excited to do this reading for you, Aquarius. This is for the month of February 2021, and we will look into what type of energies you will be working with in the month of February. I will do a Celtic cross spread to see what the card's suggesting for you and how you can overcome any type of obstacles that come your way. These readings are general. Please keep this in mind. Also, I want to thank you for supporting my channel. If you can like this video, I appreciate it. It helps me to get the feedback from you and your appreciation too and gratitude. I will begin with first reading your energy from the last month, what you're coming out of. And here we have the energy of the rebel. So this is the energy that you're transferring from the month of January, okay, into the month of February. So light attribute of this energy is challenges authority to affect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. So you're feeling like you were like very rebellious in the month of January, like you're not necessarily agreeing with everything what's happening in the outer world. You challenge everybody's opinions on certain situations. You only believe in your own authority, and you don't take the words of others as authority until they can prove their point and actually show you solid, valid facts. So you're actually very comfortable in what you believe, and you don't need necessarily spiritual dogmas or certain religious beliefs in order to find that peace and comfort within. So the shadow attribute of this energy could be rejects legitimate authority out of anger and rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. So if you feel threatened sometimes, you will kind of prove your point by like rejecting or pushing the person and being angry with them, and that's how you protect yourself. So that also can be, you have to watch out for that, that you reject people legitimately, because sometimes you're afraid to be in this situation of weakness or not feeling your own power, not being in control, and that kind of stirs that negative side of yours. So, but that's what type of energies you possibly experienced in the month of January. And let's see what else. I actually got two cards for you, and I will keep them. Let's see, because it might speak to some people. So the first card, and that's you in the month of February, is the Seeker. So the light attribute is thirst for wisdom and truth wherever they are. So you're always actually looking for solutions, new ways of doing things. You also look for genuine information, and you dig deep, and you want to find facts, you want to find answers. And so you are a seeker. You always see to the root of the problem. You always go and find exactly the information that you need. So the shadow attribute could be inability to commit to a path once found. So sometimes you get really excited about things and you start working on them, and then you kind of lose the passion and you quit them too early. So it's like you set yourself on this path and feel like, oh, this is great, and then you start working in it and you find some obstacles and you like become angry, and you're disappointed and you quit right away. Also, we have energy of Don Juan here. So the light attribute is spotlights your positive seductive qualities. So some of you could be romancing someone and maybe playing love games with someone and feeling like your heart is going boom, boom, boom for someone, and you're using your charm. The shadow side could be using the power of romantic attraction for private agendas. So maybe sometimes you use your charm, personal charm, to convince someone or take advantage of someone. So look, see that in yourself. We're not saying it's wrong to do any of those things. It's just we're also trying to see what type of archetypes are playing with us, and playing us in the month of February. So you don't become a victim, you don't fall for these archetypes yourself, so you see what energy plays through you and either go along or overcome it, depending on your situation. Because whatever we see in our reality, there's some sort of energy that's behind it all, that's playing out in our life. Okay, so first I will look into your immediate past. And that's the energy of the devil. Again, you feel like you are committed to something. There are some commitments that you feel irritated about, and you feel like quitting. You really feel anger. So it could be with the personal relationships that you just want to, play on the surface, and you don't really want to go in the deep commitment. You enjoy the passion, the fire, but you also don't want to, to stay connected to this person forever. Or it could be in the work environment where you made some commitments and you feel like you keep working at it, and maybe something is not coming out the way you were hoping for, and it truly irritates you and you just can't wait to quit and break that bond. So something like that. Also, you could be addicted to certain you're just so stubborn at times, that your stubbornness sometimes creates arguments within your connections, like your immediate family or your friends. And so sometimes that anger really burns those connections. So because you always want to be right, and again, you don't always agree, and you can be stubborn with other people's opinions. So the energy that's underneath it all is Three of Cups. Okay, so Three of Cups is actually being social, being a part of something, feeling happy in the group of people, feeling like happiness. And right now you don't feel that. You don't feel like, you feel a little bit socially isolated. You feel like a loner at times. You feel misunderstood. You feel like there's really nothing to celebrate at this moment. You feel like you don't have as much energy, and that there's not as much excitement in your life at this point, So feeling a little bit disappointed that you maybe can't do certain activities that you would hope for, and maybe the connection that you had with a certain person is not bringing you joy anymore. So like you're kind of experiencing some sort of disappointment. You don't feel the same flow of like joy and excitement into the situations that you're experiencing. So let's see what type of thoughts are crowning this situation. And we have the Hierophant, and that's what we're talking about. The Hierophant usually is the one who has authority and giving advice and has solid opinions on something and giving answers to you on how to act in life and showing you the rules. And you don't want to play by these rules. You don't need these advices. You're avoiding authority, and you're feeling rebellious, and you're seeking for the ways out to kind of avoid the system, avoid tradition, avoid these connections and ties. You don't want any commitments. You're trying to break commitments, and you want your mind to be free. You don't want to think about other people's problems. You don't necessarily want to stay in certain commitments that you've made before. So it's breaking commitments, freeing your mind, not thinking in constricted ways, not thinking in traditional ways, seeing something new, seeing new opportunities in the more extravagant way. Okay, so let's see your near future. And we have the Lovers in reverse. Yes, for some of you, you will be breaking the connection and partnerships. It could be romantic partnerships, but it can also be work partnerships. So you're not finding the joy in these commitments that you made before, and you are thinking about exiting these relationships. Again, not feeling the spark, again, not feeling enthusiastic about the projects that you're doing right now, or you will be doing in the month of February. So you feel like the love is gone. Okay, feeling a bit of disappointment, not feeling the same amount of like understanding from your partners. And those are your fears. Okay, the fears are the Knight of Swords. So you feel like you feel angry, and sometimes you are afraid of your own aggression, and sometimes you do see that it's hard for you to stay committed, and you just want to keep moving forward. And sometimes you understand that you're harsh with people, and you need to work on that. So you do realize that, you do see that weaker side of you, and it's just, you can't help it sometimes. You just feel like you cannot stay put either in the project or with the same person, and it aggravates you, but at the same time you feel this pull to move forward, and you will probably communicate it or break some commitments, and at the same time you have fears about breaking those commitments. How other people see you. Four of Pentacles. So sometimes people feel like you can be a Scrooge and you don't like to spend money. Also, people are probably seeing that you're trying to save money or maybe invest your money somewhere. Also, you don't like to talk about your emotions. You don't like to kind of be open and truly express what you feel, because you feel like, why bother, because people will not understand you or they don't see the same things in the same way anyways. So sometimes again, you don't communicate to people openly, or you just love to be left alone. You will not express your emotions clearly, possibly, and keep some feelings hidden from people. Yes, and for some of you, you're just saving, and people feel like sometimes you can be a Scrooge and you don't want to share or pay for someone. You don't want to share your money. So we also have what you hope for, and we have Four of Cups in reverse. So usually, four is feeling stability, stagnant, and sometimes feeling boredom, acting in predictable behaviors. But being in reverse is like, I think you kind of like, you're not staying as calm as you like. You want to change something in your life, okay? And you feel like you want to change something about your situation, so you break in certain ties and you're looking for new opportunities. Possibly you will be looking for a new job, maybe you will be seeking to move or change the location. So something in your stability is changing. Again, you're exiting a relationship for a lot of people, so you're rejecting the offer of the other person. And yeah, you're not sure how to plan, what to what to plan for the future. Not feeling as calm about this whole situation. But what you want exit, okay? You don't want any more offers that are coming your way at this moment. You're kind of rejecting them. So let's see what is the outcome or advice of the cards. And here we have Queen of Cups in reverse. So the outcome of the cards is saying that maybe, like, usually Queen is in upright position, is someone who understands, who is loving, who is very receptive, who is calm, who can rationalize things. And the outcome of the situation is maybe you're not as understanding of other people, and you're not ready to offer your love and open up your heart, and you're not seeing the situation, you're not being compassionate about the situation, and you're just like kind of a little bit egoistic in this vision. And so it's hard for you to commit at this time. It's an ability. So the kind of like shadow part of the seeker is acting up, where you don't want any commitment at this time. You're ready to move forward, you're trying to find new exit, new path for yourself. So right now your heart is not really speaking to anything, and you're not seeing something that you like, or you're not seeing the project that you want to commit to, or the person that you want to commit to. So you exiting out of any type of emotional commitments, heart commitments. You don't really feel the inspiration in these old projects anymore. You're trying to move forward. So so notice that energy inside of you, and realize that sometimes you could be very impulsive, and although that impulsion and anger in you, severs connections, that maybe if you kind of revise them and be a little bit more patient about your commitments, you can find different solutions, and look at the situation in a different way, and not be so abrupt by just like shutting out, shutting your emotions, shutting your conversations, just cutting the cords and moving forward. I mean, it could be a strength too, that you just kind of like cross the line and just move forward. But at the same time, if you keep doing that and burning the bridges, then when you turn back, you're not going to have anything left behind, or you're not going to have anything completed really, or anything accomplished. So please look at that shadow side of yourself. Now also I wanted to see, I didn't pull for some reason the card for you, the energy that crosses, that will be hindering or be like an obstacle for you. And here we have relationships. So yes, for a lot of people, relationship will be a hindrance, and there will be a lot of aggravation that's causing your so it could be romantic relationships or work relationships that causing a lot of friction. And actually it's funny because I pulled two cards for your archetype, and that was also about relationships. Okay, so you kind of like, your tendency is first to seduce people into this connection, and then you you say, yes, I'm going to do this, in working relationship too. Yes, let's do this together. Let's commit to this project. And then when something doesn't go your way, or you don't find the common language, you exit really quick and you just break that connection. So watch for that, watch, look into the energy of commitments, because you're a bit of a player and you're not going deeper into any situation. If something irritates you, you're just ready to exit. And that's sort of an addiction. It's like a pattern that keeps running deep within you. Like you're being rebellious from any type of commitments or other people's authority. You're trying to reject that. So for those of you who are looking for advice in romantic sense, if you are in existing relationship, let's get a card for you. And we have children, so it could be that you have to pay attention to your children right now, in your relationship, and you are spending a lot of energy on that commitment. It could be you acting in a childish way and not in a mature way, and you really have to step up to your responsibilities and grow up, because you're acting like a child in your current relationship and you're not ready to commit for anything seriously. And then for those of you who are single, we have retreat in reverse. So you will actually start coming out of your shell and maybe exploring possibilities of meeting someone, dating someone, because it feels to me that possibly those of you who are single were kind of like staying isolated and protecting yourself maybe from commitments or relationships. And maybe in the month of February you will finally start coming out and exploring new opportunities. I will also pull a card for you from my postcards to give you extra advice about the month of February. And here we have the card of two people, and it's a very cute card. Hopefully you can see it. We have a woman riding on a donkey and a man following her. So I do see for you, so some of you singles, you will explore this energy of courtship, and so possibly you will explore opportunity in a relationship and taking care of someone, and I see you paying more attention to how you take care of other people, yes, again, it's a card of partnerships. So you will be working on being more a compatible partner, because in the future it was a problem. It's hard for you to stay committed. It's hard for you to look into other people's perspective and listen to their advice to authority. So I think you will start listening a little bit more and taking better care of your connections and paying more attention whether you can stay committed and serious and court someone and actually follow up with your promises and kind of so you will be taking better care of your connections. That's beautiful. You will be able to compromise. That's what you need to learn, and stop being so rebellious. Actually see potential of saving the connections and working things out, and instead of just breaking your connections, actually try to stay committed and find the new way to work them out and find the common ground. Sorry about that, my throat was getting a little bit tickly. Thank you so much for watching. If you can like this video, like it, and I hope you have the most fabulous month of February. Take care.